I'm back. Okay, let me just... Wait. Let me just get back in here. Oh. Did I miss this? It's been quite a while since we last played this. How's everyone doing? You can see how long it's been since I last played this. I last played this past midnight on the 28th of August, and it is the 6th of September right now. Oh, man, it's good to be back. So, I went on vacation. That's where I was since the last time I played this. Kind of losing my voice. I was losing my voice last night, so forgive me for that. So, I'm going to talk all about the trip today. Talk all about the vacation. Where do we leave off? It's been over a week since I last played this. A lot has happened since the last time I played. A lot of stuff I missed out on, too. I missed out on a lot of amiibo drops, as you can obviously tell. Other stuff happened while I was gone. The 19 inches of venom happened on Twitter. EDP got caught again for the second time during the time I was gone. And let me think. Well, not too much else happened while I was gone. I think it was announced, if not earlier today, than yesterday. Yesterday, that there's no plans of DLC for this game. They're just going to move on to the next Zelda game, which is a bit of a shame, you know, kind of disappointing, but you know what? Next Zelda game. We got Tears of the Kingdom. Alright, great. Where's the next Zelda game? Okay, so let's talk about my vacation. But first, before we jump in, let me show you what I got during my vacation. During my vacation, I got a very blue Suicune and a where's my button? There it is. And a raspberry flavored Lugia. So I got these two shinies on vacation. And what am I hunting for now, you may ask? Well, let me show you. So I got two shinies on the vacation. The Suicune took the longest. So far, out of all these reset hunts, the Suicune has been the longest. What I'm currently hunting for is this. Hunting for Reggie Hard as Rock. I am hunting for some chocolate flavored rocks right now. Bruh, move. Alright, so let's talk about the trip. So, day one of the trip. Let me think. Let me think about the dates. Day one was... Oh, by the way, before I start. So, I did film a vlog while on that trip, on that vacation, on that cruise. Give me some time, okay? It's gonna take me a while to edit together everything, so give me a little bit of time. I'm hoping that the vlog will come out good and that you guys will like it, but if it sucks, well, I'm sorry. If it turns out terrible, well, it is what it is, I'm sorry. This is my first time recording and editing a vlog all by myself. So forgive me if it turns out terrible. Alright, so let's get into it. What happened? So let me think. The first day of the vacation was... I believe the 30th of August. if I'm not mistaken. So on August 30th, right? No, wait a second. Wait, now I'm getting the dates mixed up.
Yep.
Crap, I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting, like, which day it was that we left. Was 30th the first day? Like, technically midnight, past midnight on August 30th? Was that day 1 or was it the 29th? No, I think it was the 30th. If I'm not mistaken, but if I am, well, oh well. So I think it was on August 30th that was technically day 1 of the cruise, so let me tell you, that day was hard. Oops. That day was kind of painful. It was very uncomfortable. Let me tell you why. You'll hear what happened to my voice pretty early in the story. So, let me think. So, when we departed for the cruise, for the airport, so my flight was at like 8 in the morning, but it got delayed to around like 8:30 in the morning, which sucked. Let me tell you why. So, our cab, not cab, but our Uber, or whatever, our ride to the airport was at 4:30 in the morning. And I thought it was at 4 in the morning. So I didn't sleep at all that night. And it turns out, staying awake for over 24 hours is a lot harder than it seems. Especially when you're moving around, doing a lot of stuff, using up a lot of energy. It's actually harder than it seems. So, normally, I sleep around like 2 to 3 a.m. I know that's not healthy, but it is what it is for me. I normally sleep pretty late. So by the time I was done everything I needed to do and I was hopping into bed trying to get like as much sleep as I possibly can, by that time, it would have been already time to get up and get ready. Wake up, change, make sure you have everything, make sure everything in the house is turned off. So, you know, because I sleep so late, by the time it was time for me to hop into bed and sleep, it was already time to get up and get ready. Excuse me. So I had no time to sleep. I had no rest. But then it turns out we got the time wrong. The ride was not coming at 4, but 4:30. So, I wasted more time that could have been spent resting. So let's see, 4:30 came, our ride was here, and it was time to, you know, lock the door, make sure everything was ready, and set off for the airport. I did not mean to open this chest, I was trying to get the meat to pause. So, I tried to sleep on the car ride to the airport, but no such luck. So when we arrived to the airport, all the bullshit that is just checking in, going through customs, or, you know, making sure everything is safe. Nobody wants another 9/11. So let's see. Something brand new to the security system or whatever, to the security process. When you go through the airport, you know, take off all your, well, not all your clothes, but all your belongings. If you have a bag, and you put that in a bin that gets x-rayed to make sure what's in there is safe. You empty your pockets and you put it in the bin as well. Those get x-rayed as well. Something new is that you have to take your shoes off now. You have to take off your shoes and those get x-rayed as well. That wasn't a thing the last time I was at the airport. Let's see, the last time I was at the airport for a flight was 7 years ago. So I don't know how long ago this was enforced. But regardless. So we checked in, we got everything done, the bags were put in, whatever. So all that's left was just to chill at the lounge area of the airport and wait until it was our time to get on board for the flight. Now, a flight from Toronto to New York is only about an hour long. So when we got onto the plane, it was an extremely short flight. And when we all got onto the plane, we all almost instantly fell asleep. So I'm trying to remember. During being at the airport, just waiting for the flight, it was painful. It was so painful. I was so tired. And there was like no comfortable positions for me to try to get any sleep. So what we did at the airport, because here in Canada we have Tim Hortons, I bought a breakfast bagel to munch on. So did the rest of my family. They didn't buy bagels, but they bought other stuff to have for breakfast, an extremely early breakfast. I should also mention that, just to set the record, my voice is giving out, sorry. Just to set the record, who came onto this trip, it was my family and my sister's fiance's family. So my parents and my sister, the fiance, his parents, his grandma, and his younger brother, and the younger brother's girlfriend. How is that confusing? I think that makes 10 people.
Yep.
Yeah, 10 people. So it was 10 people on this vacation. So the 10 of us, we were just at the airport just waiting for the plane, and by the time we got on the plane, we all almost instantly fell asleep. So, an hour flight. When we got there, let me think, what happened when we got there? When we got there at the New York airport, we got out the plane and everyone rushed to the bathroom. I didn't really have to go since I didn't really have anything. Anything to drink, that is. Before the flight, and especially not during the flight since I was dead asleep. Which amiibo did I just use? So I didn't have to use the bathroom. So after we got off the plane, we walked over to the area where we picked up our bags. You know, the carousel area, where the luggage gets spun around until you find yours. So as we were walking there, we were exiting the lounge area at the New York airport, and there was a Shake Shack. Now, you may not know this, you guys in America, but here in Canada, Shake Shacks don't exist. I think there was one opened up recently. But aside from that, Shake Shack just isn't a thing here in Canada. Excuse me. My voice. Alright, that's all the amiibos. What did I say we were going to do last time? I think we were going to get some more armors, right? Oh, wait, we need to sell these armors first. But we did not get the Shake Shacks since we had to line up. No, we had to leave and get to the boat, get onto the cruise.
Hi.
So we got our bags, we left, we got a cab or an Uber, whatever. We got a ride to the cruise ship, to the piers. So we then had to line up outside the boat in order to, you know, get into the boat. And there was a whole nother system to do that as well. In order to get onto the boat, you once again had to show your passport, your boarding, whatever, like your room, like make sure you actually booked for this boat. you had to go and get your room card, because everything... Where's my wallet? Did I bring my wallet? Damn, I don't think I brought my wallet. Whatever. I was going to show off the key card. Oh well, maybe next time. Because everything on the boat was card-oriented. You get a card, and that's the whole... That's your life right there, that card. Not only is that card your ticket into, you know, opening your door to get into your room, but it's also how you pay for stuff. You don't really use actual, like, cash to pay for stuff on the boat. You could, but, you know, you already had the money in your card. So you use your card to pay for everything. Your boat card, your room key. Okay, let's see. What am I going to do? We still have plenty of armors to get. We still have the rest of the Zora armor. You know what? Let's just go one at a time. So let's try to find the rest of the Zora armor. But first, let me also show you this before I continue with the story. Today I hatched my second ever shiny in Pokemon Go. See? I hatched a shiny Alomomola. And while I did not hatch this in New York, you can see down here that I did receive this egg in New York. So, shiny Alomomola in Pokemon Go today. And it also sucks that while I was on the trip, I missed a lot of Pokemon Go. Because while I was on the trip, what started was this. Timed Investigation, Master Ball. So I missed when this began. And also what began was this, Lechonk's Adventure. As well as this, a Paldean Adventure. So this started while I was gone, so I couldn't get... I'm late to doing this. I also want to mention, before I continue with the story, that the Wi-Fi on the cruise was pretty ass. So, I mentioned previously that I was going to bring my Switch with me. I did. I was going to bring my Switch with me to do Gimme Ghoul, but the Wi-Fi was so horrendous that no point. I did bring my Switch, and I didn't even touch it for the week that I was on the boat. Okay, let me look up how to do the Zora armor. So, on the cruise, the Wi-Fi was horrible. It was good enough to send out text messages and it was good enough to send text messages and watch YouTube. Though YouTube was pretty slow, pretty laggy. You had to pause the video and let it load for a bit every now and then. But it was still good enough to do that. Now, actually doing Pokemon Go, no. No, sir. No. Pokemon Go was not an option. At least day one, when we first started setting sail, I turned on Pokemon Go. I'm trying to find this. At least day one of Pokemon Go. Wait, no. Day one of the cruise, Pokemon Go seemed to work fine in the ocean. But day two and onwards, no, it did not work. So that means, basically almost a week, I missed out on the daily incense. So, a week's worth of Galarian bird potentials, I missed out on. What a shame. Means I also missed out on the daily catch, daily Pokestop spin. I missed out on all of that. Damn, what a shame. So, what happened when we first got onto the boat? Funny thing. The rooms were not ready. The rooms were not ready for us. So what happened was, we could go to a place to drop off our bags, drop off our luggage first, and then we could just walk around, explore, kill some time before our rooms are ready, or while we wait for our rooms to be ready. Now, this cruise had, let me think, The only accessible floors to the guests were floors, I believe, 5 to 19. So the first thing we did while we were waiting for the rooms to be ready was we went to the buffet, the place primarily to eat, which is on floor 16. We went there to eat because at that point none of us had, you know, slept, eaten, or shit the entire day. So none of us had eaten yet, and let me tell you, when we first arrived at that buffet was bigger than a motherfucker. At first, when you first arrived, that buffet was huge, but over time, over the week, you know, the buffet scale grew smaller. Like, you get a sense of where everything is. Don't worry, you'll see it in the vlog whenever I finish editing that. Okay, so one piece of armor is around here. Somewhere. Right there, I think. Wait, why is this opened? I didn't open this previously. So after we ate, around that time, the rooms were ready. And once we got to our rooms, we slept. Day 1 of the cruise, we slept through like half the day because we didn't really sleep. We didn't really get any sleep like at all throughout the night. Okay, I should probably speak to Yana. Was that her name? Let me go to... Where was it? Where was the new place for Mipha statue? Here it is. My 3DS is running out of power, but my phone's not done charging yet. Oh well, it should hold. So, day 1, we slept through half the day, because we didn't really sleep the entire night. So when we woke up, I don't really remember what we did. Oh, wait, no. Before that. So, no. Before even the buffet. So we dropped off our bags. We were in the main lobby, which is on floor 6. And we were getting everything ready. All the stuff like the Wi-Fi and everything else. I wasn't the one to handle it, but they did. Primarily the Wi-Fi. So we arrived on the boat. We dropped off our bags. We took care of the Wi-Fi. And then we went and ate. We went and ate. And then we slept. But before we went into our rooms, I'm doing a horrible job telling a story right now. So, the boat had shows. They had like musical Broadway shows. I don't think Yana's here. Maybe she's up there. Let's take a look. The boat had musical Broadway shows, and you had to book for it. You had to book a spot for it. And the first thing, my dad just non-stop, just like, we gotta book a time. We have to book a time. Otherwise, it'll be booked up. It'll all be booked up. We'll have no space to get in and watch. We have to book it right away. And everyone was starting to get annoyed. Everyone was fed up, like, alright, we get it. It's like, geez, it's just a show. Calm down. So we booked 2 Broadway musical kind of shows. Technically, the second one we watched wasn't a musical, but I'll talk about that soon enough. Okay, Yana's not here. So, after we slept, we got up, and I don't remember exactly what we did. I think we unpacked, and then maybe we walked around. But we didn't do too much day 1, since we were resting. We slept for most of the day. Okay, how do I get up? thought that was too high to reach. So, you know, there went day one. A floating place, I'm sure that is what I heard, but...
Oh.
Link, how wonderful. You heard me talking to myself, didn't you? Since you are here, I must ask you something a bit odd. Have you heard anything about a floating place? Yes, there's floating places everywhere.
Oh.
Here is my tale. When my dear wife May went out fishing, she was singing this mysterious song to herself. I found a floating place where I'll catch fish with grace, a hop and a skip to a great fishing trip. What? Did I read that wrong? Oh well. And with that, my wife hopped and skipped over to the bridge in the east of the domain. At the time, I paid it no heed. She is given to songs of fancy. What? She is given to songs of fancy, but her absence has started to weigh heavily on my mind. A floating place, a hop and a skip away. I have never heard of such a place. My wife is the type to rush off in a fit of excitement. I am worried that she will do something rash. Oh, my beloved May. I dearly hope that she has not gone somewhere dangerous. This is Hyrule. Everywhere's dangerous. Okay, so day two. Day two, I think, was when we did some exploring. So once we did some exploring, like the casino, the shopping area, the other restaurants. There are bars scattered around. Scattered throughout the cruise ship. I still have not located the Zora Greaves. It seems the Zora Greaves were offered at the ancient Zora Waterworks at the bottom of the East Reservoir Lake. This is what the texts claim. Goodbye. Nah, it's fine. I got Game Explains video here to show me how to do this. Let's see. I need to go to the East Reservoir. Oh my god. Okay. And I need to go down this flushing toilet again. There's no quick spot for me to get to there. I mean, I could go here and just walk over there. So day two, we were set sailed. What? We already have set sailed. We were in the middle of the ocean. Oh, I should also mention where we even went. So, the trip was from New York to the island of Bermuda, which is a small island just outside of New York. It would take us like a day and a half to sail there. We spent one whole day there, and then a day and a half to sail back. So 5 days total. So, day two, we were set sailing. You know, we was eating food, we was exploring, and I should also mention this. I probably do know what it was, but, you know, for the sake of the story, I don't know what it was about this trip, but I wasn't very gluttonous during the trip. Now, that's probably a lie. Oh, I should also mention, like, do I look darker? Do I look fatter? Because I should. I really should. So I don't know, like, I wasn't very gluttonous during this trip. Maybe it was because I was full on setting. Like, you know, the environment was making me full. Was just a placebo thing. Like, man, this is so overwhelming. I don't really want to eat too much right now. Like, whatever that is. Or more likely it was because, like, throughout the day I was just eating non-stop. I was having 5 meals a day. So my body always had something to work with, so I wasn't very hungry. So that meant, like, when it came time to go eat again, I wasn't eating too much since I wasn't starving. I already had food, like, maybe an hour to 2 hours ago. So that's probably why I wasn't too gluttonous during this trip. I will tell you, though, that Well, I did stuff my face quite a bit. I should also mention the food. The food was either two things. It was either overly salty or extremely sweet. It was one or the other. The sweet part is, of course, the dessert. But the overly salty part, yeah, majority of the food was overly salty. Alright, I am now down here. Where is that final piece of Zora armor? Wait a second, what? I'm trying to look at where this is. So defeat the stone talus, and there should be a cave, a little cave area behind a waterfall. I'll talk about the like specifically what the food was in just a second. So, day 2, after exploring, we went to see the first of 2 Broadway musicals. The one that my dad just would not shut up about. He kept on saying, like, if you wanted to see this kind of If you want to see this kind of entertainment nowadays, good luck trying to find it. Which, you know, he's not wrong. You don't really see too many Broadway musicals here in Canada. I'm pretty sure there's a spot dedicated to it in New York. Yeah, no thanks. So where is there a talus in here? I'm looking for a waterfall. The chest with the final Zora armor is behind a waterfall. So, the first Broadway musical we watched was Footloose. Now, I was mildly interested in Footloose, mostly because of Marvel. You guys remember in Infinity War where Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, was like in Footloose? No, that was Spider-Man. Peter was like, okay, they're both named Peter. Spider-Man was like in Footloose, the movie, and then Star-Lord was like exactly like Footloose. Is it still the greatest movie in history? It never was. Pretty sure I need to fall down here first. So, I was a little curious. I'll admit I was a little curious. Like, you know, why does Star-Lord love Footloose so much? Star-Lord, or more specifically, James Gunn. Since James Gunn, you know, James Gunn oversaw the Guardians' dialogue and actions in Infinity War and Endgame, even though, is that really the case since it came out that that James Gunn hated that Star-Lord didn't kill Gamora? He would have had it that he would have killed her. But that's besides the point. So I wanted to know why Peter Quill, or more specifically James Gunn, loved Footloose so much. So I was interested in it, and I gotta say, I very much enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed the Footloose musical, the Broadway musical. It actually makes me want to watch the original film. The 1980, I think 1984, or is it 1986? Shit. Whatever, the 80s. The original film in the 80s. It makes me want to watch that. Because, you know, from time to time, I do enjoy going back and watching some old classics. From time to time, here and there, I do enjoy going back and watching something that's super old. I do enjoy that from time to time. Now, I didn't even know this. I didn't know there was a reboot. Or like a, you know. It turns out, I think in 2011, they made another Footloose film. I didn't even know that, so... Where? There. I didn't even know that, so I'm probably gonna watch both. Jesus, my throat. So, about Footloose. I don't know how accurate it is to the film, like just how much is covered in the Broadway. So, a couple things about the Broadway. So you have characters like Ren McCormick and Ariel Moore. I think that was her last name. So, in Footloose, Ren is new to, what was it, Chicago? I could be butchering my facts. And dancing is outlawed in wherever it is he's new to, because there was an accident. An accident leading to, you know, I think it was 4 or 5 deaths regarding a car going off a bridge. So dancing is outlawed, and because Ren loves dancing, he tries to change the law, but because for the sake of drama, Ariel's father is like, what, the head of state, whatever he is? He controls the laws, whatever. Ariel's dating this guy named Chuck. Now, I don't know how in-depth the film goes into this. In the musical, we never really see Chuck again. When Ren was working at the diner, and he was confronting Chuck, and then he gets all jealous, and then, sorry, give me a sec, and then he was getting suspicious that Ren and Ariel might become a thing. We don't really see Chuck again. All we get is a mention of what happened off screen, and that is when Ren was leaving work from the diner, he gets jumped by a couple of dudes, which was, you know, obviously Chuck and his gang. And that's the last we heard of Chuck. I don't know how accurate or how faithful the musical is to the original film. I guess I'll find out soon enough when I actually watch the film for myself. But, like, was Chuck not really in the film, aside from the beginning? It's not like it matters anyways. It's not like Chuck is an important character. I also don't know. I'm not aware if Footloose, the actual film itself, is a musical or not. I don't know. Okay, I haven't seen it yet. It was hilarious to me when in the musical they started singing "I Need a Hero." I don't know if that's in the film or not. If it is, cool. It's not that old, is it? The song's not that old, is it? Shit, I don't know how old "I Need a Hero" is. Certainly not behind this waterfall. Anyways, Footloose, musical, very good. I very much enjoyed it. Really makes me want to watch the original film with Kevin Bacon. I didn't even realize it was Kevin Bacon starring in Footloose. I really did not know that. Not until I looked up the cast to try to remember the characters' names. I'm just like, oh shit, Kevin Bacon plays Ren McCormick? Ren McCormick? So yes, now I really want to watch it. Aye, there we go. Wow, a side quest that, did I get that before? I was trying to find Yana because I didn't think I had that. Oh well, that's fine. Alright. We now have these. What other armor pieces am I missing? What's this? Okay, so I'm missing the rest of this, so let's find the rest of the rubber armor. Alright, so after Footloose, I think we ate again, and then that was day 2. Day 3! Day 3, we arrived at the island of Bermuda. Alright, so we got off the ship. We walked around the island, took a lot of pictures, videos. It'll be in my blog. Not blog, vlog. Don't worry. Okay, I see one is at Horon Lagoon over here. And nothing nearby to fly to. Well, I guess I could fly to it from this. So, on the island of Bermuda, what do we do for... Oh, right. The first thing we did. I should also mention that, we were informed that the weather on that island, of Bermuda is very random. And, yeah, it really was. I saw firsthand just how unpredictable the weather was. It would be sunny and blisteringly hot for like an hour, and then out of nowhere, a decently sized rainstorm would happen for like 10 minutes, and then it just out of nowhere, just like a flip of a switch, just goes back to sunny and hot. And that happened, I think, like 2 or 3 times while we were there. It just shifted from sunny and hot to rainy and cloudy to extremely windy. It just shifted non-stop. So, the first thing we did while on the island of Bermuda... What? Yeah, I said that right. The island of Bermuda. You know what? Fuck. I mentioned that you would hear me say why my throat is dying early in the story, and that was not the case. So what happened day 1 was, you know, when we slept, we blasted the AC because it was hot. So we blasted the AC, and because it was so hot, I slept without a shirt on. So when I woke up the next morning, second day into the cruise, I had a sore throat. And because, you know, I'm on vacation, I would talk a lot, and also, water isn't really too accessible on the boat. The only way for you to get drinkable water into your room at night was to go down, or in my case, go up to the buffet and get water there. My room was on the 12th floor, and the buffet was on the 16th floor. Yeah, so I didn't drink nearly enough water on the trip, and also, so I had oh god damn it. So I had an unhealed sore throat for the entire trip. So yeah, now it's coming back to bite me in the ass, or rather bite me in the throat. Because now that I'm back home, my voice is not very great. At least that happened after the trip. Ooh, itch. Okay. So, the first thing we did on the island of Bermuda was, just like Link, I explored the depths. What they have there is some tours of some underground caves, and that's what we did. We were supposed to do 2, but one of them was closed because of the weather. And, okay, so the cave... Bruh, you are on the shores. So the cave... We walked underground. Once again, looked like Kane Pixels Beneath the Earth video. We walked underground, and we saw this beautiful underground cave, where, you know, the water drippings, like, well, kind of like here, an underground cave. And water drippings made a bunch of, like, rock formations. So the story that the tour guide gave us was that, I believe he said in the year 1907. Two boys were playing with a ball. They were just playing catch or whatever. The ball went too far or whatever, and it actually like it fell into a little pit, and the boys, they like fell down trying to find the ball for like 3 hours. Why'd that scare me? And I think the story goes like it was the boys' neighbors. The boys' neighbors that owned the land to the cave, so they started to profit off the cave. And that tennis ball or whatever was never found, so it could still be in there somewhere. Now, obviously, in the centuries since the cave was discovered, lights and a system was built into it. So the cave was well lit up for us guests to explore. But they did, they did demonstrate like what the cave would look like without the artificial lights. What the two boys back then were exploring without any light. And so they turned off the lights and it was pitch black down there. It was pitch black underground, which, gives me a lot more respect to Link, because he explored an entire freaking underworld in absolute dark. I only walked through a cave during a tour. Link explored an entire world underground. So after the underground cave, we then went to the beach. Now this is where my self-conscious, what? No, wait. Whatever it is. I think self-conscious is correct. Now this is where me being self-conscious about my body really kicked in. Because, despite me being on vacation, despite me being at a beach, I just could not bring myself to take my shirt off. Because, my fat ass, my ugly fat ass, ain't nothing really to show off. But eventually, I just, I said, fuck it. I'm on vacation, I'm at a beach, I took my shirt off. I did have swimming trunks on, but I did not go swimming. I did, however, just simply dip my toes into the ocean. A lot of debris in the ocean, I must say. And while we were at the beach, when we arrived at the beach, first of all, we had to walk to the beach on an extremely long road. An extremely long, hot, and sunny road. And my dad was the genius to bring a duffel bag filled with a lot of stuff, which is, once again, better to have and not need than to need and not have. This consisted of swimming shoes, towels, change of clothes, change of shoes. The bag was very heavy, and we carried it through a very long road to the beach. Yeah, we carried that bag throughout the cave as well. Well, not into the cave. We had a place to put down our bags before we went into the cave, but just know we carried that heavy-ass duffel bag throughout the day on the island. While I'm on this menu, let me just mention that something I didn't really notice in this game, I noticed it the last time I played, but I didn't mention it. Something I didn't really notice is that, look, there are these on the side. I never noticed those. You'll know why? Because my fat ass head is in the way. Keep in mind, I don't have a second monitor to show me what the gameplay is and what you guys see with the face cam. Nope, I don't see none of that. Whatever's behind here, I don't see. So same as you guys. You guys don't see what's behind my fat ass head, neither do I. Okay. What do we have? we have... Okay, we're missing the rubber helm. So the helm is in Farron. I also already did the dishes tonight. So nothing for me to do after this. Let's see. I need to go here. Perfect. Okay, my phone's at 80% power. I need to charge my 3DS. So, oh god. I almost dropped my controller. So, let's see. After we went to the beach... So, when we arrived to the beach, it was sunny and hot. And near the end, it was cold and raining. It wasn't raining hard. It was just lightly raining. But, you know, still enough to get us wet and cold. So, the funny thing is, it was time for us to leave. We were all exhausted, and because of the weather, we were just like, we're gonna go back onto the cruise ship. So, we had to, we wasn't about to walk all the way back, especially in the rain, so we had to call up some taxis. And maybe it's better if I go here. We had to call up some taxis. So, it was either... Oh my god, I forgot to mention this. Getting on to the island, we took a ferry. We took a ferry from one side of the island to another. I should have mentioned that. Oops. So, day 3 of the cruise, we arrived at the island. We got off the ship. We were on the island. We took a ferry to the other side of the island. And then we went to go see the underground cave. Then we walked over to No, first we went and got ice cream. We got ice cream at this place that home makes all their ice cream. And then we... Oh my god, I'm so horrible at telling stories. No, I think we... Oh my god. I think we took a bus. We took a bus to the cave, the underground cave, after the ferry. We took a ferry to the other side of the island. We took a bus to the cave. After the cave, we got ice cream at this place that home makes all their ice cream. Highly recommend. You'll see it in my vlog whenever that's ready. And then we walked to the beach. After the beach, we called up some cabs. So the options were either... Oops. Either drive us to where we got off the ferry for $3 a person. It was a rather short taxi ride. So $3 a person to go back to the place where we dropped off were dropped off from the ferry, or straight up drive us all the way to the cruise ship for $70. The cruise ship was on the other side of the island. You guys may be thinking like an island is just like a little patch of sand protruding from the ocean with a tree on top. No, when I talk about an island, it's still a pretty big chunk of land. So a $70 drive from one side of the island to the other would have been mad insane. For only $70? Shit, I would have... If I was a cab driver, I alone would have charged $200. Let alone $70. So. By the time we arrived where the ferry dropped us off, it was just about 4 in the afternoon. I should also mention that the island of Bermuda is 1 hour ahead. So normally, you know, here at home, Toronto and New York time, say it was noon, 12 p.m., that island would be 1 p.m. So we were an hour ahead from what I'm usually used to. So when we got back to the place we were dropped off dropped off by the ferry. It was around 4 in the afternoon, their time, and the ferry wouldn't be here to pick us up until 5, so we had an hour to kill. So we went to this local little small business, little cafe kind of place. No music, no like, just no music in the cafe. It was pure silence. It was like one lady serving us all. So we, just to kill some time, we sat there, we ordered coffees. I ordered an iced tea. And we just, to kill time, just sat there for like an hour. But before we left, we also went to the gift shop and bought some souvenirs, not only for ourselves, but also for some friends. Because some of my friends, when they went on vacations, they brought me back souvenirs, just like I have an example right here. My friend who went on his cruise ship, look what he bought me in Italy. I mentioned this before, but I forgot to bring it back home from work, but I did now. See, look, he bought me this. He bought me an Italian Pokemon card. See, see, Scarlato and Violetto. See? Scarletto and Violetto. He bought me this. These Italian Pokemon cards. So, I had to return the favors. Some of my friends, when they went on vacations, they bought me souvenirs, so I had to do the same. I go on vacation, I have to buy them souvenirs as well. There wasn't a lot to buy, honestly. The gift shops, it was all the same knickknacks that you would expect. And the boat itself didn't have too many souvenirs to buy either. So what I ended up doing was I just bought all of them a shot glass. Since, my friends are pretty well versed into drinking. Ooh! Thanks, you just sealed your own fate. So yeah, I just bought my friends shot glasses as souvenirs. The funny thing is, I don't know technically where the island of Bermuda belongs to. I thought it belonged to the United States. But the shot glasses, some of them had the UK flag on it. So I don't know if Bermuda belongs to the US or to the UK. They took American currency, but some of the flags were UK flags. So someone let me know. Thanks for the up-close face shot, fool. So we were waiting. We bought some souvenirs. We went back to the ferry, which one of the gift shops, it really gave me some Hong Kong vibes. It was a really hot, really damp, just a little broken down looking gift shop. It really gave me Hong Kong vibes. What is this? It's a weird looking log. That horn didn't look very silver to me. It looked more purple to me. Okay. So we took the ferry back. We got back onto the cruise ship. At this point, it was like 6 p.m. We ate and we rested. And then usually I just like walked around and explored on my own. I did say previously that that's what I hoped to do. I hoped to walk around and explore the cruise ship alone, which I did. From time to time I did do that. But, I was on vacation with my family. Oh no! I'm maxed out? I need to go sell these. 2 rupees each. So yeah, from time to time I did explore on my own, but, I was on vacation with my family. And a whole nother family. What did you expect? Of course we primarily traveled as a group. But from time to time, I did explore on my own. I was wondering, what am I looking at? It was just two lizards. Alright, on to day 4. Day 4 was when the problem set in. You may have noticed that I came back and played this game rather late. So that's because of what happened on day 4 of the trip. This trip was supposed to be 5 days. It was supposed to be 5 days at sea, I believe 4 nights. So what happened? So, plans had to change. Oh, right. Plans had to change. Because, like I said, the weather was so unpredictable. On day 4, what was supposed to happen was, like, half the day we would still be at the island, and then the other half, we would start set sailing. We would leave the island halfway into the day. So, you know, day 4, we were still supposed to be on the island. Jesus Christ. We were still supposed to be on the island for half a day. We had a jet ski little session planned. We were supposed to, you know, have some fun on some jet skis, but that had to get canceled because because day 4 there was a tropical storm that happened. Not real. Oh, damn it. God damn it. Not really a hurricane. I was informed by the taxi driver the day before that the island of Bermuda often gets hurricane warnings, but very rarely an actual hurricane. More so, actually, hurricane warnings. I don't think it was an actual hurricane that you know, hit us. It was more just a tropical storm, very high winds, and rain. So, we could not get off the ship. The other half of the day spent on the island was gone. We could not get off the ship. There was... You can look out the ship. Nobody was walking around out in public on the island like the locals. No one was walking out in public. And all the shops were closed, we were informed. So even if anyone was ballsy enough to get off the boat and walk around, everything would be closed. And because of the high winds, because of the tropical storm, it wasn't safe for us to set sail. So we stayed an extra day there. What should have been us staying there for only half a day, we ended up staying there for another full day. So we were delayed 1 full day, which meant, yes, I did get 1 free day of vacation on that cruise. It does mean that I did get a free day of cruise vacation, but at the cost of us, you know, being a day late and missing our flight back. So that meant we had to reschedule the flight. We had to book another flight. So the original flight we had planned was, you know, was now, like, pointless. We weren't going to make it back in time. We had to schedule another flight. It all worked out in the end, because obviously I'm back home now. So day 4 was supposed to be half the day on the island doing some jet skis. You know, Mobius would be so jealous of me. And the other half of the day would be setting sail. Starting to set sail and coming back home. Or coming back to New York. But because of the tropical storm, we got delayed. We were literally, like, stuck there. We were basically just well, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not deserted. We weren't deserted on that island. What's the word I'm looking for? Stranded, that's it. We were kind of stranded on that island. we did not get off the cruise ship, of course. So we stayed on the cruise ship for an extra day. And because at that point, what I thought was I explored the boat in its entirety already. The boat, in reality, was pretty small. Not too much to do, honestly. So because at that point I thought I had explored everything, what I did was I ended up just staying in my room. Because of the storm, the boat was rocking a lot as well. Which is something I did not anticipate when I first got onto the boat for my trip. Just how much the cruise ship alone, the cruise ship itself, would rock back and forth due to the waves. I did not consider that. To the point where we had to actually buy some motion sickness medicine from one of the on-board stores. I mean, I wasn't feeling too motion sick. It really got bad when, you know, I was eating. I was eating my food, and then, you know, the boat kept on rocking back and forth with the, you know, big plate of food right in front of me. It's like, damn, I'm kind of losing my appetite. Kind of getting sick. But, you know, I never threw up. I never felt overly awful. My sister, on the other hand, she didn't have it good. The waves were, oh god, the shaking was so bad at one point it brought her to tears. She literally started crying. No! I tried to float down with my paraglider. Oh, right. I have the whole set now. Kind of forgot I had the whole set. So, I spent most, not the entire day, but most of the day inside my room. So let me explain how the TV on the boat worked. It did not have movies and stuff for you to pick. You know, you have to pay for that. So what it did have was a couple of channels specifically for certain genres. Channel, let me think. Let me try to remember. Channel 21 was action movies. Channel 22 was drama. 23 was comedy movies, and Channel 24 was family movies. And what did these movies consist of? Well, let me tell you. Actually, first of all, let me mention that there were a couple films I watched on this trip that I have not seen before. I did watch a good amount of films on the trip. Let me tell you what some of the films were that I watched that I had not seen before yet. So I did not watch yet Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I know that came out quite a while ago, but I'll be honest, I kind of forgot it came out. Of course, I meant to watch it, but I just forgot to watch it. I forgot it came out. So on my cruise vacation, I watched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I also watched Minions: The Rise of Gru, another film I just flat out forgot came out. Wasn't the biggest fan that they introduced, you know, supernatural stuff into this film, especially since it's a prequel, but whatever. I also watched Megan, or M3GAN, you know, the horror movie about the doll. I didn't watch that yet. I watched Top Gun: Maverick, another film that I had not seen yet, and I did not really understand anything because I didn't watch the first film. When that film came out, I didn't even know it was a sequel. Let's see, I watched... I watched The Man from Toronto, the film with Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. I'm not... Kevin Hart is always just so hilarious. Your wife will be in good hands. Nah, she ain't gonna be in his hands. Not those Not those soft, well-manicured hands. I'm not leaving my wife off to this man. Good-looking man that's obviously gonna be charming. Why can't it be his ugly ass? Why can't he do it? If it was him, no problem. You? No. Stop right there. It's just too funny. Why can't it be his ugly ass? Sorry, I'm scratching my eye. Okay, do I have it all now? Oops. There you go, the entire rubber set. I'm missing the Barbarian helm, so let's get that. Wasn't there another film I watched that I hadn't seen before? Oh, right. There was one film. One random-ass film that I watched just because it was on. Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't explain that. So what happens is that these channels playing these movies, they're on a schedule. So you can't pick them. And you just have to wait for the movie you want to watch. You just have to wait for it to come on. You cannot pick them. So one film that came out, I think, last year. Now, I didn't even know. It was either last year or early this year. I didn't even know this film existed. That's how, poor the marketing was, I guess. What I watched was Disney Strange World. I didn't even know this film existed. It was woke. It was indeed woke. After I watched the film, I looked it up, and yeah, I saw a bunch of videos about, another woke Disney film. The film was woke. But, aside from the woke elements, the film wasn't that bad. The plot wasn't that bad. The animation was pretty good, as always. Okay, looking for the Barbarian helm. I need to go... Where is this? Whoops. Where is this? Let's see. Shit. Let's see. Barbarian helm is... Is it here? Yeah, it's around here. This feature will be missed when we go back to play Breath of the Wild. Being able to go to the Sky Islands and, just fall down to wherever you want. So I watched Disney's Strange World. Yeah, it was woke. But aside from the woke bullshit, wasn't too bad of a film. The plot was alright, if not somewhat predictable. I mean, I didn't catch the plot twists. I just turned off my brain and watched. But I'm sure if someone's actually paying attention, they could figure it out. Yeah, I didn't even know this film existed, so that's like a big L for you guys, marketing department. Step your shit up. Even though I don't exactly want to be marketed some woke trash, I want to be marketed some good stuff. But anyways. So that was day 4. Due to the tropical storm, we couldn't leave as scheduled. So we had to stay an extra day, which no complaints here. Still a free day of vacation. So day 5, right? Yeah, I think day 5. This was supposed to be a 5-day vacation that turned into 6. Day 5, we didn't immediately set sail. I don't think. Like we started setting sail quite early in the morning. Like maybe around noon, just past noon. because the weather was finally safe enough for us to set sail. Which, you know, when the captain came onto the speakers and said, you know, it's not safe for us to set sail, I'm just like, you're damn right it's not. I will get off this boat if you telling me we're going to just, you know, brute force our way through this weather. You out of your damn mind if you think I'm gonna stay on this goddamn boat in the middle of the ocean in this weather. Oh, I should also mention too that the ferry we took to go back to the cruise ship was super long, extremely long. It was over an hour long. We were all thinking, what the hell? Because the ferry we took when we first got onto the island was like not that long at all, maybe like half an hour. So this ferry back was unusually long. We were all just wondering, like, what the hell? We were out in the middle of the, you know, not in the middle of the ocean, but we were pretty far off the shore. And the weather was not looking too good. The weather was windy and cloudy. I held onto my bag for dear life. I could have pulled out my 3DS and shiny hunted at that point, you know, just sitting on the ferry. But I thought to myself, you will do no such thing. If anything happens and you drop this 3DS and it falls off the boat, that is it. That is game over. You're not getting that shit back. So I did no such thing. I did not really pull out my phone, my 3DS. I did not really pull out anything while I was on that rocky, windy ferry. Out on the ocean. I need more water. My throat is dying. So day 5. Day 5, I believe, was the, you know, the last chance for us to do everything that we had yet to do. So day 5, you know, some stuff we had yet to do, like, there was an arcade on the ship, but nothing really too good. There was a couple of VR games. I wanted to do at least one, so we did. I'll get back to that. Rawbread Drop-Off Cave. Treasures sleep beyond the path shown by the stone statues. Okay, so follow the stone statues. So day 5, last chance to do some stuff, like swim. I didn't swim throughout the... Oh, shit. No. I need to... Okay. I need to go sell those bright bloom seeds, just in case we can get more. Oh, I should also mention, the pool area was extremely small. Extremely small. They had a big-ass screen, you know, that would play, like, movies at night if you wanted to watch. One film that they did play was Spider-Man Homecoming. When I was there, I didn't sit there and watch the film, but when I was walking by, it played the scene where Vulture came down and that dude, the tinkering guy, he was just like, "Oh, your wife texted you. Why are you looking at my phone? You know I'm a naturally curious guy by nature." It was that scene that was playing. So, the volume was tremendously loud as expected. And I thought to myself, they can be as loud as they want. We're in the middle of the ocean. You're not going to get no damn noise complaints all the way out here. That's what I thought. And that is true, of course. I'm saying that's the thought process that was in my mind. So, you know, it was pretty scary looking off the boat during the night and seeing nothing but a dark abyss, a dark void. And, you know, it's no wonder that, you know, say, God forbid, someone actually did fall off the boat, you know, that person be gone in an instant. You know how fast a cruise ship goes? Especially at night, you are instantly screwed. But during the day, like at night, it's scary because it's pitch black. But during the day, you know, where you can, in a way, you could still be seen. Yeah, you have no chance. You still have no chance. During the day, if someone were to unfortunately, like, actually fall off, then, you know, the boat would be going so fast, you would already be in the ocean. Like, by the time, the amount of time it takes for someone to alert the staff, to let the captain know, for the boat to stop, by the time all that happens, the boat would have been out of sight for you. Would have been out of view for you. You just floating there in the ocean, it would take so long, the boat would have traveled so far, it would have been out of view for you already. So if you fell off that boat, you are done for. I'm sorry to say. Thank God that did not happen to me or anyone else. What is a bow doing here? So some stuff left for me to do, but I did not do these, was mini golf, and there was a go-kart, a racing kart thing. I did not do those since you had to book a time for those. And we were down to our last day. So what we did end up doing was we sunbathed. Now, this is the part of the story that I'm sure some of you want to know. Remember how previously I mentioned that, you know, I was gonna try to holler at some chicks on this boat? And then later on I said, let's be honest, the truth is I ain't gonna do shit on that boat. I ain't gonna do no such thing, you know, around that manner. I tell you, okay, let me pave the picture for you. So, we were sunbathing. I was sunbathing next to two hot chicks. There were two hot chicks next to me. And I swear to God, I promise you guys, I swear to God, I was about to talk to them. I swear. I was ready. I opened my mouth and the words were about to come out. But I had to stop myself. I purposely, please forgive me for this, okay? I purposely chose not to speak to the two hot chicks next to me. And there's a very specific reason why I chose not to. My parents were beside me. And not only my parents, but the other parents were beside me. Like my sister's fiance's mom and grandma was there as well. So I had like almost two sets of parents surrounding me. So two hot chicks next to me, one lawn chair that I'm on, and then the one beside me was my mom. My mom was sunbathing beside me. And my dad was behind me. There was another set of lawn chairs for sunbathers behind us. So, two hot chicks on my right, my mom on my left, and my dad behind me. Eventually, what happened was, my mom went to a more shaded area to get out of the hot sun. My dad, he went back down to our room to change because the pair of shorts he was wearing was too hot, according to him, so he had to change into one that's a little more, you know, cool. So, both my parents were gone. I was sunbathing next to two hot chicks. I swear to God. I opened my mouth and the words were about to come out, but I still wasn't alone. My sister's fiance's mom was then sunbathing behind me. You know how embarrassing it would have been to have that person in your life witness you pathetically fail, spit in some game? And also the fact that I was half naked out in public did not help at all. I had shorts on, which is a no-no for me. And I also had no shirt on. And, okay, I didn't realize just how pale I was until I was directly underneath the sunlight. I was blindingly pale compared to everyone else who was, you know, getting their tan game on. So, someone like me, who is blindingly pale, like, honestly, it is so bright, the sun reflecting off of me, you actually have to squint. I'm not kidding you. I looked at myself, and I am blindingly pale. So, that did not help. Oh, right, follow the statues. Oops. Okay, let's go back and, you know, do this properly. Right. Follow the statues. The statues are pointing this way. So this way. Ah. So I had to purposely stop myself from trying to speak to two chicks. Two. Okay, forgive me for saying this. Two practically naked chicks. You know, all they had on was their their two-piece swimming suits. So I had to stop myself. And the sad part is, they were rather nice too. You know why? You know how I know that? Because once they got up, they put their, you know, they put their shorts and pants. No, wait. They put their shirt and pants on, getting ready to leave. The middle-aged lady behind me started striking up a conversation with them. She was like, you two had enough sun for now? You two going in, or whatever she said. And they were like, yeah. And then they started having a conversation. She was just like, oh, where are you from? Oh, you're from there? Oh, my son goes there too for school, or whatever the hell she said. Something else. Okay, these statues are not helping. Okay, all these statues are pointing into the middle, except for these. So I'm assuming I need to go this way. So they were actually nice. God damn it. You know what part really hurt though was like sunbathing. I saw every now and then that the girl, she was like checking underneath her bikini top to see like, I don't know, if there was like a tan line. I'm just thinking to myself, fuck, I am not speaking to them. Well, I know, I'm ashamed, but, you know, the hardest choices require the strongest wills. I chose not to speak to two hot chicks practically naked. Okay, let me rephrase that. I chose purposely not to speak to two hot chicks who were sunbathing in their, you know, swimsuits. Because, well, I had two sets of parents surrounding me, and it would have been mad embarrassing to, you know, see their son horribly try to get some chicks. Damn it! Where was my sneak strike at? And also, too, yeah, my appearance was not very desirable. I had no shirt on. I had no covers for my legs. And I was blindingly pale. So, mine! Or it's mine now. So, yeah, I probably was not very... I probably would not have been very, desirable. Are you serious? Damn, that was a long time ago. You know what my conversation starter would have been? This may have been brilliant or horrible. You guys let me know. You guys decide. I would have started off the conversation like, that's a nice tan you got there. No, maybe not exactly. Like, that's a really good tan you got there. Something like that. Like, compliment the tan. That's a really great tan you got there. So, how you guys enjoying the cruise so far? Like, I would strike up a small conversation like that. That may have been, like, absolute cringe and god-awful. Like, what did you expect me to do? You want me to, like, lie on my side like, hey, how you doing? Like, what did you want me to do? I wasn't about to just simply introduce myself like, hi, my name is... Like, what's your name? Like, what did you expect me to do? So my idea was starting off with a compliment, saying, that's a really great tan you got there. And then I would start off with something else like, so, how are you enjoying the cruise so far? like stuff like that. I would have started off the conversation like that, and I promise you, I swear to God, I opened my mouth. I was like, I opened my mouth and I was ready to speak, but I had to stop myself because I was not about to say something with my parents beside me, and not only mine, but my sister's fiance's mom directly behind me. I was not about to speak to girls with them surrounding me. So, unfortunately, the opportunity was lost. And keep in mind, remember what I said previously, too. That, you know, the right opportunity. You know, given the right opportunity, then hopefully I can speak to someone. You know, try to hit up some chicks. But I was given the opportunity. It's just, the parents kind of fucked it up. So, whatever. So, and then, we rested. I walked around the cruise ship for a bit, because later that night, what we did was we watched the second musical. And you know what? I desperately need to pee, so I will be right back. I'm going to talk about the second musical in just a second. Let me go pee first. Okay, I'm back. You guys see how much water I'm drinking? You guys hear my voice? It only makes sense that I would have to really desperately pee. And just a little note, there weren't actually a lot of girls on the boat that were around my age, surprisingly. Well, actually not surprisingly, because you know, I went onto this cruise beginning of September, which is back to school time. Majority of the people on the cruise were either, you know, very much older than me, or way too young for me. So not too many my age people on the boat. Not too many. Crap. Okay, first go and pick up the Bright Bloom seeds so we can prevent that from happening again. Alright, it's ass whooping time. Okay, change my clothes, change my armor. So the second musical we watched was called Elements, and the name kind of gives it away. It's about elements. Earth, wind, earth, air, fire. Not really, no wait. Earth, wind, fire, water. Not really much of earth, actually. And this was not a musical. In fact, there was no speaking at all. It was a lot of dancing, and it was a really weird mix, because, so first, the show opened up with a bunch of dancers, kind of like a bunch of tribal people dancing with spears and stuff. And then, out of nowhere, this Asian guy comes out, dressing like Genghis Khan. He comes out, and another, like, Asian woman comes out, and they do some magic tricks. Out of nowhere. And then, you know, some other people come out doing a bunch of dances about the elements. And then these two Asian people kept on coming out doing magic tricks. Now, someone let me know. Someone let me know the secret. I don't know what's the secret to these, like, so-called magic tricks. Because, unfortunately, magic doesn't exist. I would love for it to exist, because this world we live in is boring. Nothing interesting about it. So I would love for actual magic to exist. But, you know, we all know that's just not the case. So someone let me know the secret to what these magic tricks are. The magic tricks really consisted of, like, the woman was the one primarily, you know, having the magic stuff done to her. So stuff like she was in a box and it was being stabbed by flaming spears and she was fine. There was a fan flying around and it was like half of it was covered up and she was able to stick her hand through the moving fan. And then one part she was levitating while lying flat down. She was levitating. I thought wires? No, I don't see any wires. Like wind from the bottom, like really powerful wind blowing her up into the air? No, but her hair is dangling down, and it's not, you know, flying up from the wind. And drapes from her dress were dangling down too. So no wires, no wind. It's not a hologram because it's an actual person. What the Asian dude did was he brought a ring out. So, for example, say these tweezers I have here is the floating woman. He brought a ring out and he just like whoop to prove no wires, no anything. Like I don't understand. I don't understand what this magic is. It has to be scientific, right? There has to be some sort of explanation. Unless that's a really good hologram of a woman. I don't know how they did that. I don't know what the secret is. And, you know, as a viewer, as a guest, I'm not supposed to know, but I want to know, damn it. Was that a royal bow just now? There's stuff down there. So then, you know, basically, by that point, the trip was over. So, enough of that. Let's talk about the food next. So, while we're on the topic of consumables, there were bars throughout the ship. Bars every corner of the ship. You can order alcoholic drinks everywhere on the ship. Now, the thing is about my card, like, I shared a room with my parents, and for the plan, you know, the plan we were under, only my parents were able to order drinks. Or at least alcoholic beverages. You know, it would have been cheaper for me to not have that since I don't drink anyways. So, my dad and my sister's fiance, they drank to oblivion. Mostly my sister's boyfriend. I mean, the man is on vacation. You may as well just let him. It is creepy as hell down here in this cave with these statues and this blood moon happening. So I didn't order these drinks myself, obviously, but they did, and I took a few sips here and there. I tried what was it, a mango margarita. I tried a pina colada with alcohol in it. Now, what am I supposed to do here? Huh? What am I supposed to do? 513. Follow the statues. So I feel really guilty about a lot of the food aspect of it. Because at least, minimum, at least 1/3 of all the food and drinks served on the ship went to waste. Well, not just by me, but by everyone. Like I said earlier, you get full, so you don't eat as much. And at a buffet, you like you pile up your plate. And once you're all full, you can't eat it. And, you know, restaurants, if your food is, you know, untouched but still on your plate, they cannot just reserve it. No. You have to throw it out. Even if you put it on your plate, you didn't touch it at all, you cannot reserve it. You have to throw it away. You know, for people who aren't aware, like, why not? It's not touched. Why can't you reserve it? Well, you don't know what happened to it. What if someone sneezed on it and, you know, it may appear like it was never touched. What if someone, you know, with their fork, like, they ate with their fork, like, touching it, like, I don't want to eat it anymore, I'm too full. It's like, you cannot reserve the food, even if it has not been touched at all on someone's plate. So, a lot of food and drinks were wasted. And I don't like wasting food. But sometimes when you're too full, you just can't, you should not just force yourself to eat it. What? Oh, because of the damn blood moon. Let's get rid of this piece of shit right here. Just real quick. Is this rusty? It is. What about that one? Oh, I thought this was a spear. So let's see. The buffet, they had one special for each night. So first day, I believe, was prime rib. No, wait, no, second night. Because the first night, when we've all got there, they didn't have it right away. So the first special of the evening was prime rib. Also, the food changed every single day, so it wasn't always the same stuff you were eating. Oh my god, I didn't expect such a spread down here. So they had other specials like barbecue pork, beef Wellington. That one slapped. That was actually my first time ever trying beef Wellington. Okay, so go this direction, which I cannot. Huh? I'm about to look this up. What was I looking for again? The Barbarian Helm, wasn't I? So the food, like I said earlier, was either overly salty or extremely sweet. And it was true. Most of the dishes were overly salty. Like the Wait a second. Okay, so I'm seeing what I need to do. I need to ascend where there are 3. My monkey brain didn't piece that together because I'm an idiot. So in my vlog, the day that I chose to record the food was a day that primarily Asian food was being served. Thank God there were no bats being served. But the day that I chose to record, well, that's because like the first day I went, it was packed, so I really couldn't get any footage of the food. And then, you know, I was just lazy. I was filming other stuff for the vlog. So when I finally decided to film the buffet, it was the day that Asian food was being served. And interestingly enough, that every single morning, they would, you know, obviously serve breakfast food. So there were several stations where the chefs would prepare egg dishes right in front of you, whatever you want. I'm still missing the Royal Guard hat. So, you know, you can order like you want an omelet, egg whites only, or whole eggs. You can order, you know, sunny side up eggs, scrambled eggs, like whatever egg dish you want, you can order it and they'll make it right on the spot. And there were other toppings too that you could add to your omelet, say. You could add onions, ham, bell peppers, and they would ask you, do you want cheese in your omelet? Like when they fold the omelet over, do you want cheese in there? Now, the first day that I ordered the breakfast, I was standing next to a guy because, you know, it's one chef with 2 pans, so he can do 2 orders at once. The chef, the guy I was next to who also ordered, he ordered 2 sunny side up eggs. Oh my god, all of these are in Hyrule Castle. So which one am I going for? I think I already went into the King's Study, didn't I? Yeah, that's where the Royal Guard boots were. Okay, Royal Guard cap is... Wow, surprisingly enough, in Zelda's room. Okay. Okay, at least I know where that is. But yeah, when I was ordering my omelet, the guy next to me ordered 2 sunny side up eggs. And the way that it works, the chefs aren't gonna like crack open every single egg every time, because that would take too much time. So there would be a guy behind cracking a bunch of eggs into a little container. So, like pretend, you know, cracking eggs, this cup is full of eggs, raw eggs. So whenever someone ordered, he would just like pour out eggs into the frying pan. And the dude ordered 2 sunny side up eggs. While the chef was pouring out 2 eggs into the pan, one of the yolks broke. And he's just like, oh, motherfucker broke one of the yolks. And he was just like, restart it, restart, do it again. I want the yolks. So that right there was 2 eggs wasted. He had to dump out the 2 eggs, which once again I said earlier, you cannot reserve it. Like, he already dumped it into the waste pile, like where all the eggshells were. So it's already wasted. And, had to start new. Start 2 whole new eggs. Like I said, I don't like wasting food. Shit, you know what? I probably should have, gone and healed up first. See, if it was me, and I asked for 2 sunny side up eggs, and one of the yolks broke, I would not really care too much. Like, it's fine. Something that fascinates me is the amount of rations that was on the boat. Like I said, minimum at least a third of everything served went to waste. A minimum, at least a third of everything that was served went to waste. And I contributed to that, unfortunately. I didn't like wasting food, but it is what it is. If I eat something, like I taste something and I don't like how it tastes, then I'm not going to continue eating it. Or if I'm just absolutely packed full, then I can't eat anymore, then I won't force myself. Unless I'm at home, because it costs money to buy that food. So, yeah, at least a third of the food was being served was wasted. I'm amazed by the rations, because there is so many people on the boat, so many guests. I heard at the end of the cruise that there were 1,699 staff members on that boat. Like 1,700 staff members on the boat alone. So let's do some quick math. Okay, what's going on with my phone? Let's just do it real quick. Okay, follow the exact numbers. 1,699 times 3 meals a day, and then times that for 6 days, 30,582 meals. For those 1,700, roughly, 1,700 staff members alone, for a week is 30,000 meals. And that's only for the staff. Imagine for the crew. No, wait. I said that wrong. That's only for the staff. Imagine for the guests, which is way more than 1,700. Imagine just how much food is needed. How much food, like, it's a buffet too. You have to prepare more than enough for anyone to just like help themselves, and you just have to keep on preparing more, because you don't know, what if one dish is super popular and it's all gone? You have to have more ready just in case. And that's just for 1 day, let alone 6 days. And keep in mind, we were supposed to be there for 5 days, but we ended up there for 6 days. So they needed to have more than enough. More than enough. And not only the buffet on board, there were several restaurants too. So the amount of food needed on the ship baffles me. A friend of mine said that there's probably at least 2 entire floors of the cruise off limits to the guests. But at least minimum 2 entire floors of the ship with like entire walk-in freezers filled with food rations. Did he say 2? Maybe he said something like 4 or 5, because that would make more sense. I think I was the one who said at least 1 or 2 of them, minimum, at least 1 or 2 of them have to be filled with eggs. Because more than anything, what baffles me is the amount of eggs that were on the ship. Like I said, every single morning, they would serve minimum like on average 2 eggs per guest, and the thousands of guests that would have 2 eggs a day, like on 2 eggs in the morning a day. And keep in mind, that's not only just eggs. Eggs are prepared in different ways too. Eggs are used to deep fry stuff as well. So it absolutely baffles me just how many resources, specifically eggs, were on the ship. Nice, Link, you were hitting nothing. While I was on the boat, I was texting my friends in our group chat. One of my friends said that, I think he said his sister's husband used to work as a chef on a cruise ship. And he said that job was tough. It was stressful. And I'm like, I imagine. Now, I'm not really much of a chef. Certainly not certified in any way, shape, or form. I just like cooking at home for myself and my family. And you've heard me say many times before that I would never want to work as a chef in a restaurant. I can only imagine working as a chef on a cruise ship. And, at a buffet on a cruise ship too. I can only imagine, like, how hard that job must be. So, mad respect to that. Oop, out of water again. Look at this. This was full when I started, and now it's here. This was all the way up here, and I drank all of this. Me speaking so much is not helping my throat. I have lemons in my fridge. I should put some lemons into this. I may just get this piece of armor and then call it there, just to give my vocal cords a rest. I mean, I can also go and upgrade them. Or at least what I can upgrade. We have the entire climber set now. Let's actually flex on it. Let's actually use it. Well, not flex on it, but flex it. Oh, trust, I have a lot more stuff to say. So some of the foods they had... Oh, right. One morning, we went to... not the buffet for breakfast, but we went to a restaurant. I had 6 eggs for breakfast. I didn't really think about that. I kind of ordered, and then I thought about what I ordered. So what I ordered was Eggs Benedict. It came with 2. Everything came with 2. So when I ordered Eggs Benedict, it was my first time trying Eggs Benedict, by the way. I ordered the Eggs Benedict. It came with 2. Then I ordered the omelet, the ham and cheese omelet. Did I order that, or was it the spinach omelet? No, I think I ordered the, what was it, mushroom and spinach? Or was there even mushroom? Whatever, I forget. It's in the vlog, you'll see. I think. Did I record that? I ordered the Eggs Benedict, which had 2. Which is, poached eggs. So there were 2. I ordered the omelet, which is made with 2 eggs. And then, I ordered sunny side up eggs, which was another 2. So in total, for breakfast, I ate 6 eggs. I ordered it, and then I thought about what I had ordered. I'm just like, oh, right. Oh, shit. I just ordered 6 eggs. Now I've got to eat all of them. Oops. I wasn't really thinking. Okay, this is not where I need to be. Right? That scared me. Look, this is where Terrico was. Wait, really? That's our first Royal Guard's bow? And a Royal Guard sword, not shield. Yeah, sure, gimme. Wait, I said gimme. Wait, what's that? Knight's Claymore. Do I have space for that, actually? Man, it's rusty, too. No, actually, Royal Guard weapons are fragile, so I should probably fuse that to this. So, one night we were at one of the fancy restaurants that were on board. Trying to find where Zelda's room was again. We're at one of the fancy restaurants, and, you know, as always with fancy white restaurants, they take forever to bring out the damn food. Hey look, a chest is right here. They take forever to bring out the goddamn food. And also the portions are pathetic. So what I ordered, and this is in the vlog too. What I ordered was the New York strip steak, and I'll be honest, I was kind of expecting a bigger steak. It was more the size of a filet mignon, which you know, was not what it said on the menu, but whatever. I ordered it medium well because I thought I learned my lesson from last time when I ordered the dry aged prime rib from the CN Tower. I ordered a medium rare and it was a little bit pink for my liking, so I thought I learned my lesson, and I said from now on I think I'll order medium well just to give them a little bit more leeway. I ordered medium well. When they brought that shit out, that shit was rock solid. I had such a hard time cutting into it. It was overcooked. It was beyond well done. And I did something for the first time in my life, and I did not like doing this. I sent it back. I do not like doing that. You know, not only does it waste food, nobody's happy. The customer's not happy, the waiter's not happy, the chef's not happy, and it wastes food. I do not like sending food back. But, you know, I wasn't about to eat that since it was almost inedible. It was so goddamn overcooked. Now, I know I'm not in a position to say this since I'm not a trained chef, but, like, aren't you guys trained chefs? Didn't you guys go to culinary school for this? I'm speaking out of my ass right now, so forgive me, but how did you send that out? How did that go out? Was there no expediter to check the food before it went out? Where am I going? Like, you guys are trained chefs. You guys went to culinary school. You guys know what is and not, you know, technically acceptable. The customer asked for this temperature, and you send out a severely overcooked steak, beyond well done. Like, okay, first of all, like, you guys are trained professionals. You don't need to use a thermometer to check the temperature. Okay, fine. Why is my map inverted? Okay, is this like that? Okay. I was thinking, like, what happened? Did my game break? Why is my map inverted colors? Like, okay, you guys are trained professionals. You don't need to use thermometers. Okay. Okay. You don't need that to check the temperature, but it's like, don't need to check. If you're not going to use a thermometer to check the temperature of what you're cooking, then don't you need to check? You know, don't you need to check that it is the right temp? However you check, whether you do the Gordon Ramsay thing and you like do this, you can feel the tenderness or whatever to make sure it's not rock solid. As a trained chef, it just baffles me. Like, how could you send that out knowing? Or, you know, worst of all, if you didn't know, it's like, why didn't you know? Should you not have checked? Once again, I'm speaking out of my ass right now because, you know, I never went to culinary school. I'm not a chef. But, shouldn't this stuff be basic? Like, you check the food before it goes out. Isn't that basic? Now, once again, this is where what my friend said comes in. He said that his technically brother-in-law, he said that it's stressful. It's hard working as a chef. And I bet I cook at home, and I can only imagine what it's like cooking like that in a restaurant. Where the fuck is Zelda's room? I can't find it. So I sent it back. I did not like doing that, but I still did it. And this time I changed my mind. I'm like, you know what? Fuck medium well. I thought I learned my lesson from last time. Never mind. I just told the waiter, okay, can you just change it to medium rare this time? Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. And it came out rather fast, I'll be honest. They redid it. It came out rather fast, and this time it was perfectly cooked. I need to pee again. I'm sorry. You see how much water I'm drinking. I'll be right back. Oh, shit. I get up to pee and I disconnect. Great. I gotta reconnect before I can go. Damn, I really gotta pee too. You know what? I'm just gonna let this go. I'll come back and then I'll reconnect. Because I really gotta pee. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Disconnected while I got up to pee. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up where this is at, because I can't find where Zelda's room is. For the sake of simplicity, I'm just gonna follow what this guide is. is showing. I'm just gonna fly there because why am I brain farting on where her room is right now? Okay. I'm sure there's a lot more stuff I'm forgetting to say about the trip. So if I remember more, I'll definitely mention it next time. Let me think. I mean, the food was basically what you would expect. Burgers, fries, fish and chips, steak, lamb shanks. You know, it is, in a way, it's baffling to me just how little my family knows about food and, like, certain food dishes. One night, I was looking at the menu, it said, ooh, a seafood paella. My sister's like, what's that? I'm just like, it's a rice dish. And she's like, oh, that's perfect for Dad. And then, oh, there was this sort of dish that was not exactly a shepherd's pie. It was ground lamb with, like, peas in it. It was kind of, but instead of, shit, what was it again? It was ground lamb with something on top. I forget what was on top. It wasn't exactly mashed potatoes. But my sister, she's just like, where's the lamb? I'm just like, are you serious? Where's the lamb? Are you serious? I'm not asking where's the... She's not asking where's the lamb sauce. But it's like, seriously, where's the lamb? I think I went to the wrong spot. The tough part about Hyrule Castle is it's all gray, so it's very hard to tell where you're going. Okay, let me try this again and follow the guide more clearly. There was, however, this sort of cottage pie kind of dish where... Okay, I think I'm approaching the castle from the wrong direction. I think that's what... Oh, you dumbass! This guide's not showing you going to the castle from here. It's showing you flying there from Lookout Landing, you idiot. That's why I couldn't find it. There was this sort of cottage pie kind of dish where it was ground beef at the bottom, but instead of mashed potatoes on top, it was scalloped potatoes. Mm. So it was my first time trying beef Wellington on the cruise. Fantastic. That was like the best thing I ate the whole trip, that beef Wellington. Now, I will say this though, some of the chefs there, they were kind of fucking up not only the beef Wellington, but also the barbecue pork, the crispy skinned pork that they were serving one night. Because they had several of those ready, and it's one dude just carving a slice of each for every person who wants one. Whoever was slicing that kind of fucking up. Because the beef Wellington, the puff pastry kind of came off as he was slicing. And to the point, I was served... Well, I went back for seconds. The first time, I was served a perfect slice of beef Wellington. Second time, I was served a pile of beef Wellington. It was just a mess of beef Wellington, but it was so good. I still ate it. And the pulled pork, not pulled, the barbecue pork. Oh yeah, they fucked that up. It tastes good. It was very tender and juicy, but the slicing and serving, oh yeah, they fucked that up. Why am I having such a hard time finding this damn place? Wasn't I already here? I swear to God, wasn't I already here? What am I even doing? Trying to find the Royal Guard hat. Where is it in here? Are you serious? Oh, it was I was in the right room. I'm sorry, everyone. That was a let's be honest. That was embarrassing of me. Sorry. Oop, that was a okay, that was horrendous of me. My bad. When I was in this room, I'm just like, this is Zelda's room, right? It looks right. I must have not paid attention. I didn't notice it said Princess Zelda's room at the bottom. So I was doubting myself, like, is this Zelda's room? I don't see the chest anywhere. Maybe this isn't Zelda's room. So I was brain farting there. I was doubting myself. Okay, let's see what we can upgrade and then call it for tonight. Oh, right. One more thing. So, you know, it came time to... No, two more things. After the second Broadway show, Elements, the crew's director of entertainment, there's many different directors, the dude's name was Vincent, he came out, and he said a few words to us. Some things he said was like, some guest asked him a few questions, and he wrote them down. Some questions he was asked was, is the toilet water salty? And he was also asked, how many balconies are below the seawater? Another question he said he was asked was, do the staff and crew sleep on board the ship? Another question was like, does the TV run on cable or satellite? Anyways, so he was saying this speech about, like, thank you for, you know, coming onto this ship with us, this journey with us. He was saying stuff like you always have a home outside of home with us here. And the hilarious thing is, once we got up, started walking out of the theater, it started playing We Are Family. We are family. Nothing rhymes with family. Yes, we are family. Nothing rhymes with family. So that was a hilarious bit, saying we are all family here on the ship. And then as we were leaving, walking out of the theater where we watched the Broadway stuff, it started playing We Are Family. So, once the trip was over, we got off the ship. We called an Uber to the airport. Now, it was at this moment I was debating to myself. Alright, I'm off the boat. I have service. Do I open Pokemon Go? Play... No. Do I open Pokemon Go and do the daily incense or not? Yes, no, yes, no. Or should I wait until I'm back at Canada? Back in Toronto, and on the car ride back to the house, back home from the airport. I decided to do the daily incense right then and there at New York, on the way to the New York airport. And you know what? Thank God I did. You know why? Because I forgot. I forgot that there is one Pokemon that spawns only in New York, in the entire world. Out of the entire world, this Pokemon only spawns in New York, and it was Bouffalant. I almost missed my chance to get a Bouffalant. So I'm so glad that I decided, yes, I will do the daily incense while I'm here at New York on my way to the New York airport to go home. I can't believe I almost missed out on the Bouffalant. The stats aren't anything special, see? It's pretty terrible, but at least I got the Bouffalant. Oh, also, like, as I was doing that, the Paldean event came out, or started. While I was there, I got some, see, look. While I was there, I got this, nothing special, but, you know, decently IV'd, not bad. See, this Sprigatito I caught in New York. So I got a pretty decently IV'd Sprigatito in New York. And that's about it for the Sprigatito. You know, other films were shown on the boat, like Wakanda Forever, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I must have seen that film like 3 times while on that ship. It also showed Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows parts 1 and 2. I didn't really watch those since I'm not really a Harry Potter fan. I haven't really seen any of the films in full. Sorry. What other drama films were there? Like action films. Oh, no, I already mentioned Top Gun. There was this family, or like, whatever, comedy show or whatever. They showed 80s for Brady. That was a film that they showed. What was that film again? It was with George Clooney. They showed a George Clooney film. Ticket to Paradise. That's it. That's the film. They showed Ticket to Paradise. Oh, that's it. Oh, they also showed Beverly Hills Chihuahua, the first film. Rest in peace to basically all the dogs that are in that film. Since that film came out, what? 11 years ago? When did that film come out, actually? Oh, Jesus, that came out in 2008. So that came out 15 years ago. Yeah, rest in peace to all the dogs that were in that film, since that film happened so long ago. So they showed the first Beverly Hills Chihuahua film, which I did watch back in the day. I didn't realize back then just how much CGI was in this film. Obviously, there was CGI to make the dogs' mouths move to speak, but there was also a fully CGI rat and iguana, so I didn't realize just how much CGI was in this film. They also showed Happy Feet. Man, I watched that film back in kindergarten. I remember, for some reason, my kindergarten, we took a field trip to the theater to watch Happy Feet. And I remember sneaking out of the theater to get popcorn. I remember asking the dude at the popcorn stand, like, 2 popcorn, please, because it was me and a kindergarten friend who I never saw again after kindergarten. I remember asking him for 2 popcorn, please, because I was in kindergarten. My brain did not register what money was yet. The dude was nice enough to give me 2 pieces of popcorn. They just see a kindergartner sneak out of the theater and ask for 2 popcorn. And he gave me 2 pieces of popcorn. I think I ate both of them. I don't remember. I've forgotten how weird Happy Feet was in terms of like the blend with animation and live action. Okay, I'm about to end this. If I think about anything else about the trip that I didn't mention yet, then I'll mention it next time. Let's see, we're looking pretty good for armors. We got the full glide set. We do not have the gloom resistance set. I'm pretty sure that's side quest related with the bargain statues. Got that set, got this set, got this. We do not have the third one of the Zonite gear. So far it looks like, from what I can see, we're missing both of these, the two remaining one of the gloom resistant ones, one of these, and obviously the sticky armor set. I did see, however, there was this bloopy armor in this game. I did see that, so we're missing that. We have a lot of stuff to do left in this game, but I'm going to call it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.